Hello, guys. So I want to talk to you about the creative abilities that are in Microsoft's Copilot. I'm going to be using a AI bot in Microsoft's Clipchamp to read to you a poem about a Japanese princess in the Heian era of Japanese history. So I'm going to provide my reaction to what the AI has made and what are the kind of the implications for us as writers and as artists.
She was the sun in the day when the court was busy and lively. She was the jewel in the crown when the emperor was proud and mighty. She loved to learn and teach and inspired many with her wisdom. She had a power that was great and a duty that was solemn. She had only one wish: to serve her father and her country. She was loyal to her husband, who was the general of the army. She honored his name and supported his cause. She wrote him reports and advised him on laws. She was a princess of the Heian era and a leader of the Daijokan. She was a woman of wisdom and duty and a symbol of loyalty and honor.
Guys, that is what the AI has made. And so, based on kind of what my views are on this, is that it's kind of interesting. It seems to be kind of emphasizing a kind of idealism, honestly. A lot of AI seem to have guardrails that are really against the idea of people having, real flaws and whatnot. So, it really emphasizes kind of Confucian ideals, very much so. Um, this idea that she's like a leader of a kind of a Japanese organ, government organ. Um, and this is very interesting. So the Daijokan is essentially the highest organ of Japan's government under the Ristiro legal system. Um, I find it very hard to believe that a woman in the Heian era would be uh, a leader of that government organ. But anyways, it put it in there. I'm not pronouncing the names correctly, but essentially, this is a kind of very important government body, honestly, that functions to regulate Japan's laws. Um, and so the thing is that this is really interesting that the AI decided to include this because um, essentially the prompts that I gave Microsoft, the Copilot system, was that, I said first, write me a poem about a Japanese princess in the Heian era. It gave me a poem. Um, but I wanted something that was a bit more about kind of like what did she do in court in kind of a political sense. So I said, after writing another set, I said I want a variation with more romance. It gave me one with more romance, but then I wanted a kind of a poem with more emphasis on her government role, if she had a government role, and it gave me this. And it's it's interesting, honestly. Yeah, I didn't really like. It doesn't really get into a lot of details that really distinguishes it from, say, another era. But I've seen the AI do this before with other eras and actually provide details as to how to distinguish it from like another era, another time, another place on this planet. So yes, I believe the AI is definitely capable, of creating poetry. Um, is it the best poem? Not necessarily, but it does get the job done, and it does provide something interesting. So, I mean, it's just scraping a lot of stuff on the internet. But to be honest, it's really hard. You'd be hard pressed to find poetry about a Japanese princess written in English on the internet. So, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but it's able to create this. So I think this is a quite satisfactory result, and I will be creating more videos on this. So please remember to like and subscribe.